everyone, welcome to Annabelle's Finquita. I'm so excited in this episode. I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna make my cheese for the first time. So I have 2 containers here. Each container is half a gallon. So I have a total of 1 gallon of raw goat milk. And I'm gonna use some salt. And I'm gonna use white vinegar. For this recipe, there's only 3 ingredients. I found this one very easy recipe because I've been looking and watching many videos on YouTube in how to make cheese. Sometimes instead of vinegar, they use citric acid and rennet. Rennet is an enzyme inside the baby's cow's stomach that breaks down and coagulates the milk. But we don't need that because this is raw milk, and with vinegar will be good enough. Okay, in all those recipes, they always give you a temperature of the milk that it needs to be reached, and you need to use a thermometer, but I'm giving you this way of doing simple things like the old-fashioned time. We're gonna put the heat in medium high, and we're gonna heat up the milk until it's warm. You don't want it to boil. You don't want the milk to boil, but you want a warm milk. So let's add the gallon of milk here. Look at the cream of that milk. That's beautiful. Yeah. Goat milk. My goats are alpine goats. They have a lot of cream in their milk. Here's the other half gallon. We're warming the milk because the milk was in the fridge or at room temperature. But if you milk the animal, the cow or the goat, that milk will come warm out of the animal. It's like about 100 degrees when it comes out of the animal, and it's really warm and nice. So in some other countries, what they do is just take that milk straight and make the cheese from it. They don't heat it up because it's already warm. But in this case, we milk the animal, we filter the milk, and we put it in the fridge. That's why we need to heat it up later to make the cheese. Okay, I'm gonna keep checking on the milk, stirring a little bit, and then keep checking the temperature. You don't want it to boil, like I said, just to get warm. And here I got my white vinegar ready. I'm gonna add 3/4 of a cup. All right, I think the milk is warm enough. And this is the moment of truth. I'm gonna add my vinegar and stir. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit first. And stir to combine the milk and the vinegar. And I'm gonna add a little bit more, the rest of it. Let's see what happened. You can see already the whey separating, making crumbs. Can you see it? After this happened, we're gonna let it rest for about 20-25 minutes, and then we're gonna strain the milk to separate the whey from the crumbs. You need to use your ingenuity sometimes when you don't have the tools to make something. So in this case, I didn't have a cheesecloth. So what I did was I took one of my old shirts, cotton shirts, and I cut it. And that's what I'm gonna use to strain my cheese. So I'll be using this, which is clean, and you see it's stretchy, and this is where I'm gonna put my cheese to drain. As you see here, the curbs, the chunks of cheese have been formed, so I'm gonna separate the whey. The whey is that yellow liquid that you see there. That's really good to use for cooking as a stock. Also, you can give it to your animals, especially the chickens and the pigs. And also, you can use it as a fertilizer on your plants. I want every piece of it. We are going to squish this, get all the liquid out, and then that's when we're gonna add the salt. Okay, I'm gonna add like a teaspoon of salt. It's draining at the bottom. This is a strainer, as you see. You need to get all the liquid out. And I'm gonna leave it here for a little while. Gonna add a little bit more salt. So this is about the amount that will come out of 1 gallon of milk, that amount of cheese. So I'm gonna leave it here to keep straining, and I'm gonna put something heavy on top of it. First, I'm gonna put a small towel, and then I'm gonna put my container of sugar because I don't have anything else. There you go. You can leave the cheese draining for 1 to 2 hours, but in this case, I'm gonna leave it just for 30 minutes because it doesn't have a lot of liquid. It's been 30 minutes, so I'm gonna get the cheese out of the cloth and get it ready to put it in the fridge. I use a plastic wrap, but you can use any container of your choice, and then it needs to cool down now before eating it. This cheese, a simple and easy farm-style cheese, comes together quickly and is an excellent way of using up excess milk. The resulting cheese doesn't offer up the complexity of an aged cheese, but rather tastes milky, sweet, and mild.